Hey guys, happy Friday. We are about to go take a walk. It is gorgeous out. I've just put her in the back seat. I've got a blanket. We're gonna head out because it is very sunny, beautiful weather here after the crazy weather we had yesterday. I'm glad I can take her for a walk. Plus, I want to update you guys. I know I mentioned in yesterday's video that I've had a lot going on, which has definitely been the case. So I want to catch you up on some updates and let you know what's happening. So come along while we take a walk and fill you in on all the happenings that have been going on in my world. So stay tuned, guys. So got Monroe in the back. We're all settled to go. I'm in my driveway still, but I wanted to quickly just share before I leave to go to take her for a walk, because I don't know how many. It's the 4th of July, so a lot of people are off from work, so I don't know how many people are gonna be out and about or around, so I don't know how much I will be able to chat while walking. We'll see. But I wanted to give you a couple updates. Like I said in yesterday's video, and I've kind of hinted and mentioned that I've been really busy, and that has truly been the case for, I want to say, the last couple of months have been on top of like normal crazy busy and work crazy stuff has been very intense for me. I have a lot of personal things going on, which I'm not going to get into details, but let's just say that it's just been like the perfect storm of not all bad things, but also just adding to the chaos of like stuff happening, good things, bad things, just busy things. But I'm glad. I feel like I'm on the other side of it, and there will be some changes coming in my life, which I'm really excited for, but it's overwhelming to me. Change, I don't deal well with it. Let's just put it that way. I am a creature of habit. I've always been very open and honest about that. So change is a struggle for me in any sense of it, whether it be good change or bad change. And so I'm excited for new things coming up and new things happening in my life. But it also stresses me out. Update on, I've been trying to grow out my hair. So that's a whole thing in itself too. I have made some changes to my hair. I'll share with you a little bit. Like, I've just needed a refreshed new look, and so fresh, updated look for me. However, it's hard to tell what it's looking like in the style of it, and I won't be able to really share it. I will share it with you guys for sure, but I can't wash it until tomorrow. For those of you out there that are not new to extensions, getting extensions is a very new thing for me. So I am in the curing, gotta wait a couple of days, like up to 48 hours after getting extensions, because I have been trying to grow out my bangs. And so I decided to add extensions to help that process, to let them finish growing, so then I can also enjoy having a fresh new look. I will share that with you guys. It is carefully pulled back because I can't wash it today, and whatever the stylist put in it to probably be conditioning at the time. I'm not used to putting a bunch of product in my hair. Even when I style it, I don't use a lot of product. So it feels very greasy, because I am technically, so I had the extensions put in on Tuesday. Then I went back on Wednesday to have more added, and then you have to wait a full 2 days. So it was Wednesday afternoon. So technically this afternoon I could wash it, but I'm not going to. I'm going to wait till tomorrow to do that. So I've just kind of been, pulling it back. And then I'll share it with you guys. But yeah, I just need a new fresh new look is needed for Kelly. Like I am ready to, I don't know, have a fresh start to everything, I suppose. But yeah, so that's the update with my hair. I will chat more when we get to our destination to walk and fill you in on more stuff. So stay tuned, guys. Hey guys, so I am here at my favorite place, and here is, I haven't clicked it into place the car seat into the stroller, but I did bring a muslin just in case I need it. But it says it's only like 78, but it feels warmer. So there's Monroe. She is happy as a clam. It's got a nice little breeze here currently. So let's go ahead, and it's quiet too, so I was really worried. I wasn't sure if there'd be people. See, it's always so hard to tell with on a holiday when people are off, right? Like, I never know if people are gonna be around, but it is the 4th, so a lot of people are traveling. People are on summer break with their kids, and this neighborhood seems to be very, very quiet right now. So I'm gonna take advantage of that and chit chat with you guys while we do our thing. But yeah, I've been dying to get out with her, and if you hear the flip-flops flopping, I'm sorry. It's so warm. I was not putting sneakers on my feet. There was no freaking way, because I knew it was gonna be hot. I'm wearing like a bodysuit, a long one-piece Lululemon bodysuit, and I probably should have not worn a dark color because it's like a navy blue. But I figured if I'm gonna sweat, I would rather be in activewear. I'm not in an outfit, I'm not dressed up, I don't have makeup on, none of the things, because to kind of get into a little bit of updates of, you know, continuing what's been going on in my world. So some of you may already know this, but my dad passed away last week, and this week we had the services for him. So it's, I am not used to being in crowds of people. I don't do well in crowds much anymore. It's just not my thing. Like since you know, permanently working from home where I get my own time and peace and quiet, I'm not forced to be around people. I'm also in a job that's not front facing. I'm not used to being in crowds, and it's a very hard thing for me to like prep for, and I stress a bit because of it. Like, it's just me. I used to be very social, and it's not that I'm not antisocial. I'm just not used to being in crowds, and that's what it amounts to. So I had to kind of gear up for the services on Wednesday, but I feel so much better. Like, I feel like the weight of the world has been lifted, that I've got through that, because it's a huge loss. But ultimately, I'm glad to kind of close that chapter, if that makes any sense. I don't know, for me, that's kind of how my brain compartmentalizes things. So yeah, so that's been hard. Prior to that, a couple of weeks before, we had a family friend that was staying with us he was here visiting. He used to live here, and he came back to visit and stayed with us for almost 2 weeks, which it was great having him. However, again, having another human in my space, I work from home, it's kind of hard to kind of be a good hostess, if you will. If you're busy, it's hard to entertain. Like, it was a huge undertaking to have someone and house them and kind of cater to them, but you know, it was fine. It was just a lot for me to juggle and I was working the whole time, and still other things you gotta understand, other things in my family world have also been going on. So like, ultimately it was like everything happening all at once. Work stress, let's just put that out there, has been ungodly for me for quite some time. So yeah, it's just been a lot, which is why I've been just wanting to get back to having some peace and quiet for myself. And this is the area. I love walking this area because it's quiet, even though there's not like a sidewalk. It's very quiet, very pretty. Everything's very green. After the crazy weather we had yesterday, I can't believe we had they sent out alerts, imminent tornado touchdowns. I'm like, what? Like, I'm just sitting minding my own business, thinking, well, I'll just let this little storm pass and I'll go take Monroe for a walk. Oh no, I don't know if we had any actual tornado touchdowns or what do they call those other winds that are like sort of tornado, but not. I don't know if anybody did. I know that some of my coworkers had big trees come down in the area, so glad I got through that without, pretty much unscathed, but it was a little scary at the time. Yeah. So there's that. Oh my gosh. I don't know. It just feels like when it rains, it pours. There's always something. And for the last couple of days, I've just needed some time to feel like myself again. And because I've put my focus into everyone but me for the last several weeks. So without getting too deep into it, that's just a little bit of what was going on in my world. But I've also missed spending time with Monroe. I missed making videos. I miss chatting with you guys because, let's face it, you're my people. So ultimately, I like to be present for you guys. So hopefully I'll be able to get back to that now. But yeah. Okay, so I'm in the shade right now, so I thought this would be a good place to change the angle. So to continue on with the whole highlights, the extensions conversation. So I have never had extensions in, guys. I've never had extensions before. I've always had really long hair. I've always, I've always had thicker hair until as of late. Those of you going through perimenopause, you'll know what I mean. If you know, you know. And this is all new to me. So I was actually sharing with Lee, my friend Lee, over at Monroe Lee, sharing with her this morning that I'm so paranoid they're all gonna fall out because I don't know what to expect. And I shed a ton of hair, and not being able to wash it is supposed to help it bond. The process they did, or the type that they did, is fused. It's like with an ultraviolet heat tool. Reminds me of when you have dental work done, when they do the curing of the enamel, when they fill in like a filling or whatever. And that's how they cure. At least my dentist uses an ultraviolet curing tool, and that's what it smells like when they're doing it. So, and the tool looked very similar. So it's supposed to be, since I did just my bangs area, it's supposed to be seamless and not seen. So it's supposed to blend, but I don't know how well they hold up. And it's a newer technique, so I'm paranoid I'm gonna wash my hair for the first time and it's all gonna fall out. No joke. That's the fear that I can't wait to wash my hair because I don't like the feeling of it being this greasy. However, I'm afraid everything that I just spent money on to put them in will all just come out. I hope I'm just being paranoid. Or else I'd be going back and having them fix it, obviously. But yeah, it's just it's the unknown. I don't know. It's my first experience with it. And a lot of you out there are probably this is the first time you've ever had extensions. So many people have extensions. It's so normal. It's just not for Kelly, But it's only going to be while I finish growing out my bangs. Because I've done what I feel is the hardest is getting them down to a certain length. But I need a style. I'm not good when I don't have a specific style for my hair. So I was struggling the last, how many weeks? Because one of the problems I was having was that the last hairstylist I went to, I asked her not to put in a bunch of layers. And I already had a bob, right? And she put in a bunch of layers. And the short ones were up to here, and it takes a long time to grow that out. So for me, I had to be patient and at least grow out, because I wanted just a blunt cut bob, which is what I have. So I'll reveal how it looks when it's styled, pending all my extensions didn't all fall out. But I'll definitely share it with you guys, because I feel refreshed. I do. I needed it. New beginnings. I don't know. I feel like I'm starting a new chapter in my life in many ways, which is so necessary and overdue. But yeah, it's a lot of change going on. So there'll be more to come, of course. But, oh, I hear children off in the distance. But yeah, let me turn you around so you can see Miss Monroe again. So I've walked for a bit. I'm hot. Monroe probably is hot too, but feels good getting out. I don't have any big plans for today or even the weekend, which was purposeful because, like I said, I was peopled out. Guys, I was so peopled out. The services are always hard, but like the services were at my hometown, at a funeral home in my hometown, I should say. So I ended up seeing, oh my gosh, so many people that I went to school with. Boy, would attest to the memory, or lack thereof, I guess I should say, because I couldn't remember people's names. I recognized their faces and everything, but like names, that's a struggle for me. I've never been good with names, so ultimately that was even harder if you hadn't seen them, or you sort of recognize their face, or they just look familiar. That was like, oh my gosh, it's the most embarrassing thing, I feel like, when when you know someone, but like you cannot place the name. And that happened a lot, but luckily, I mean, it was a lot of people there, including family, which it was great seeing family. It was great connecting with a lot of people I hadn't seen, because even though my hometown is not far away from where I am currently, it's still, I don't go there because my life is here. So I rarely see these people. So it was just interesting. It was overwhelming. It was all the things. It was, both my daughters were there with me, which I'm so thankful for, because they're so supportive. I'm so glad that I have such a good relationship with both of my daughters. I'm blessed, and I have to remind myself to count my blessings, because not everybody has that. And they're like my rocks. They're always here for me, and I value that so much. And I feel just so lucky that after all these years, after I've raised them, they still like to be around me. It's wonderful. And yet they're off living their lives, doing big things, and that makes me super proud. But they always come back to me when I need them, and that is just something you can never put a price on. It's irreplaceable. So they were with me, and I don't know, it was just, I was telling my oldest daughter on our way over, I was like, I have so much anxiety, I don't know what to expect, I don't know who will be there. It's just like all this unknown. Again, I don't do well with the unknown of anything. And she had the same type of anxiety, because she also doesn't see people from our hometown. But we both said after we left, that was much nicer and much easier, it was less stress than we had kind of worked up in our minds. And that's kind of what I do anyways. I overthink things and I worry before I need to. And it's a hard habit to break. But it did end up being much better than I had thought it was gonna be. But man, now I feel like I just don't want to be around people for at least a couple of weeks. Hence the lack of plans this weekend. And then in a couple of weeks, I have my nephew's graduation party, so then I'll be ready to be around people again. I have to pace myself. Gotta get back into just being around people and not being stressed about it or feeling overwhelmed. I don't know how to change that though, so, it's what it is, right? So hopefully you guys enjoyed coming along with me. I don't have any big hobby updates, just that I want to get back into enjoying more time with Monroe and doing more with her, because I have lots of videos I'd love to do, lots of topics for videos that I'd love to do and things, but take it one day at a time, I guess. But again, it's gorgeous here. I'm going to enjoy the rest of the day. I'm going to get this video uploaded, get Monroe home, yeah, it's gorgeous. I'm just glad to have beautiful weather after what we had yesterday. So anyways, guys, I'm gonna wrap it up there. I hope you enjoyed this because it's gonna get loud because someone's mowing their lawn. So hope you enjoyed this chat and catch up. Hope y'all are having a fabulous start to your weekend. And Monroe and I will see you very soon, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye. I just wanted to do a bit of an outro just because, let me turn that down. So I am back home. I'm about to take Monroe in, but I wanted to, also I forgot to mention earlier when I was walking that a lot of you reached out to me over the last, you guys have been wonderful, over the last handful of months, checking in on me, asking if I'm okay. And I just want to say thank you so much because you guys, it does mean the world to me that people actually notice, that people actually care to check on me when I'm absent for longer periods of time. So I just want to say how much I appreciate all of you who continually support me and are always here for all the changes, good, bad, and different. And, you know, as the changes I mentioned in my world happen, I will keep you guys updated. I will definitely let you know how things are going, and when things are going on, I will for sure update you guys so you're in the loop and kind of know what's going on with me. But I just wanted to say a huge thank you to everybody out there that fully supports me ongoing. So it's much appreciated, and I just appreciate you guys so much. So that's where I'll wrap it up, guys. I hope you enjoy the rest of your Friday, and we'll see you soon, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.